Hello everybody and welcome back to Fate Extra. I'm Kirukan and thank you for joining me. Yay, let's go home. No, I don't want to save. Humble days as precious as gold dust. Where are the buyers? As I walk into class, the girls that normally flock around Shinji Mato aren't there. Shinji seems to be in a bad mood today. His usual posse of girls is keeping their distance. I'll ask him if something happened. What? Like I tell you anything happened to me? I forgot an if in there. Which it didn't. Nothing happened at all. Hey, you know that Ice Queen Rin Tosaka? She thinks she's so much better than everyone else. At first, I thought she would be the only one who understood how lonely it is at the top. I tried talking to her yesterday, but I got nowhere. Maybe I just intimidate her or something. I might have lost a few points for getting violent, but girls who talk back to me get slapped. I'd never hook up with such a violent, stuck-up bitch like that no matter how hot she is. What a waste. She'd be perfect if she'd just keep her mouth shut. You agree with me, right? Right? Looks like there's some tension between Shinji and Rin Tosaka. Knowing Shinji, he probably hit on her and got shot down. And why'd she take a shot at me? I thought she was going to spinning star kick me next. I don't know what kind of kick that is, but it sounds awesome. He continues to whine under his breath. I can only imagine how sleazy Shinji was being with her. Normally his super aggressive approach works, but obviously it didn't work with Rin Tosaka. Life's more interesting when it's got little shakeups like this. As if right on cue, Miss Fujimura barges into the classroom as the bell sounds. Whew! I made it! Good morning, everyone! Alright, no one's absent, and since there are no announcements, let's just start homeroom. I freaking love that face. As soon as she turns to reach for the chalk, she trips and falls as she always does. As she falls, her fingernails drag across the blackboard with a horrifying sound. And thus, another typically Monday begins anew. Mundane day. I kept wanting to say Monday. And though the Great War had finally come to an end, regional conflicts still persist. Despite the suffering of the previous generation, battles are still waged 30 years on. Standing behind the lectern today is the school's newest teacher, Kuzuki. Although he's supposed to be teaching math, his lesson seems to have gone off on a tangent. Now, instead of armies, attacks in greater numbers are being carried out by terrorists, and in an attempt to suppress these terrorist groups. With that bell signaling the end of classes sounds, and with the end of the day here, the tension in the classroom drops immediately. Alright, let us end here today. Oh yes, before I forget, there's an announcement from the student counselor. Recently, a rise in the number of slashing incidents has made the surrounding area dangerous. With that in mind, keep any detours to a minimum and head home as quickly as possible. Get home quickly? Good advice, but I still have to finish a few assignments for the journalism club. Why am I so gung-ho about investigating the school's 7 wonders is a mystery even to me, but it seems important for some reason. I have to turn in yesterday's report. I better go see the editor-in-chief this evening. Yay, I get to run around. Hey, guess what? I just passed this gorgeous girl on the stairs. Could she be a new student? What? I'm sure you're just talking about Rin Tosaka from Class B. Rin Tosaka? I've never heard of her. You've really never heard of her? Pretty, athletic, smart, classy, or a stuck-up Miss Perfect who all the guys adore and all the girls despise. It wouldn't be unrealistic to call Rin Tosaka the most popular girl in the whole school. Are you pulling my leg? Girl, you're so dense you probably wouldn't feel it if I pulled your leg anyway. What? I'm not dense! Much. But she wasn't wearing our school uniform. She was wearing red. How do you explain that? I hadn't noticed. Huh? Maybe I'm remembering wrong. You would. Come on, let's hurry to our club. Yeah. Yay! What's up, NPCs? Oh, our club's ace. Did you find anything yesterday? Interesting. So it was Tiger. Of course, there's no entrance to the spirit world. Thanks to you, the article will be great. Are you ready for the next article assignment? The next unsolved mystery is... Yesterday, there was a girl dressed in red on the rooftop. Rumors about Little Red Rooftop are spreading. Go find out what this is all about. A journalist lets the news guide their feet to the rooftop. She's weird. Okay, first, I want to see if there's another cutscene. Yep. To the roof, then. Oh, is that Ryudo? Yep. Girl on the rooftop. Ah, her. She just happens to be up there right now. I saw her holding the key to the rooftop a moment ago. I turned the doorknob, and the metal door opened silently on its hinges. As a rule, no one is allowed up on the roof, but I can see someone's elongated shadow. The vibrant colors set off by the setting of the sun is enough to take one's breath away. Under the now blood-red sky, a single girl looks out onto the town that spreads out below. Like a figure out of a painting, the girl seems to shine with the same red glow as the setting sun. I'm not quite sure if that last statement was supposed to express disgust or disappointment. As she finishes speaking, a faint smile forms on the girl's lips as she slowly turns in my direction. Her unwavering gaze makes it seem like she can see things hidden to others. Her eyes seem to shine with an intensity that rivals that of the fiery red of the evening sky.
あら？システムサイドから警告ってわけ？ご苦労様ね。え？違うの？じゃあ NPC？ 何の関係もない NPC が来るなんて。ってことは、やっぱりこの場所は外れだったのかしら。
Continue to mumble quietly to herself. The girl quickly walks my way. Man, I keep stumbling. Unexpectedly, her finger reaches out and touches my cheek. Mumbling to herself, the girl disappears without a trace. It's like no one was ever there at all. She vanished? There or not, her form has been indelibly burned into my mind. Oh, you're still here. It's almost time to leave school, so you should prepare to go home. What's wrong? You look a little pale. The sound of Issei's voice pulls me back to reality. I must look completely dazed and confused. Maybe I'm tired, or... I'll talk with the editor-in-chief again tomorrow. In any case, I think the course of wisdom for now would be to go home like Issei says. I could do that, but not yet. No, I should probably look around the campus a little more. If I want to leave, I should head through the main gate. Why do you look so out of sorts? School will end shortly. Make your way home quickly. So, let's see. Any interesting cutscenes? Yeah? I'm sorry about the whole it blacks out when it transitions thing. I wish I could fix that. It's also not supposed to go completely black when you, walk into another area. That's weird. Why won't it open? What, you haven't left yet? Wait, don't tell me. No, never mind. Losers like you shouldn't be on campus right now. Who knows? You might get whacked by that killer. Hey, don't say I didn't warn you. What are you up to? Shut it, you! It won't mean anything to a nerd like you, but I? Wait, why am I explaining anything to you? Just get the hell out of here already! Yeah, but like the dialogue boxes, or not the boxes, but the description events, I don't think those are supposed to go black all the way either. Been a little while since I played it on my Vita, I should have checked. Maybe I should just go home now. Yes! No, I don't want to save. Auspicious star, such dazzling light. It drowns even the chime of bells. I enter the classroom. Once again, Shinji Mato is in the seat next to me, has a full house. I'm telling you, you don't have any talent. Give up before you look like a retard. So you know what he said to that? What? What did he say? We're dying to know. Tell us. This what gets all boo-hoo when he says, I'll keep practicing until I get better. I can at least get better than you who skips practice. Sorry, I have to laugh. Anybody knows you can't practice your way to being a genius. If he wants to practice something, he should practice not sounding like a tool. The guy's not a total maggot, but he's still trash that needs to find a garbage can. That moron. People aren't created equal. Even people who are born above the average can never reach the same heights as the naturally gifted. You must be so talented if you don't need to practice, Mato. I feel bad for that kid. Trash can't help being trash. It should learn to stop dreaming about being something better. The bell rings. In response, the gaggle of girls shuffle off into their own seats. While we wait for the teacher to arrive, I get caught up on what Shinji said for some reason. Whether or not Shinji has innate talent, I think it's pretty clear that I'm a nobody. A nobody with no goals, I mean. When I try to even think about the future, I get overwhelmed. As long as I keep plodding along, someday I'll reach my totally average future. Yay! That's what happens to everyone, right? Are there actually people who break the pattern? How? I have no idea. For me, today is just another ordinary day. Good morning, everyone! Suddenly, my heart accelerates. Each beat painfully strong. It's as if my body's on high alert. I know it's not a reaction to Miss Fujimura. No. Well, kids, this is a little out of the blue, but today I want to introduce you to a new friend. It's him. That blonde boy is the one who's causing my body's fight or flight instincts to prickle. Go on, Leo. Introduce yourself. Well, Leo, you'll be attending school with these people. I'm sure they'd like to know who you are. I wonder why Taiga's lines aren't spoken. He steps forward, and then in a louder voice says, The classroom is silent. There aren't even any jabs at his eccentric manner of speaking, or any coos over how pretty he is. Instead, the entire classroom is enthralled by his regal bearing. entranced even. Shinji's words come to mind. This is what it means to be on a different level. None of us plebs could ever hope to reach the level that this new kid lives on. It's not overextending to call his very existence transfixing. Like deer in headlights, we're immobilized by a presence far brighter than our own. His natural place is above us, looking down as our king. How did someone like him end up here? It must be a mistake. Anyway, everyone please make Leo feel welcome. Then, Leo, if you would please take a seat. It looks like the third seat in the second row from the right is open. Will that be okay? Leo? Ah, you're addressing me. I see no reason to not allow you to call me Leo, as it didn't feel awkward to hear it from you. If you have the chance, I'd very much like for a delightful woman like you to visit my country. What? Jeez, don't joke around with your teacher. To your seat, Leo. I won't smack you since, well, it was kind of flattering to hear you say that. Of course, I appreciate your diplomacy, Miss Fujimura. Then the boy gave the kind of easy smile that only kids can. That simple smile washes away the tension in the room, and people even begin to smile themselves. I think he's not so much a king as a prince. He may be above us, but he also has natural charisma that draws us up to his level. However, it seems like there is at least one person in class whose mileage varies. I don't like him. Flirting with the teacher already? That arrogant little twerp. Shinji's clearly not happy. If you have any questions, ask anyone in the class or myself. Come to me first. There's no need to be shy. Yes, I understand. I'm pleased that I will be attending such a good school. Am I imagining things? Just for a second, I thought he shifted his attention toward me. Not toward anyone else. Not even Shinji, who's still bad-mouthing Leo, but to me alone. Yeah, right. There's no way a practically otherworldly person like him would notice bland old me. The school day ended with nothing else of interest occurring. But that Leo... I can't shake the uneasiness he awoke in my heart. It feels like cogs somewhere have become misaligned. No, I'm just excited because for once, well, something happened. Besides what happened yesterday. I should report yesterday's findings to the chief. Editor-in-chief, but we're just gonna call her the chief from now on. Because I'm a bumbling doofus. Oh my god, this is murder on my throat, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, our club's ace. Did you find out anything yesterday? What? Little Red Rooftop vanished before your eyes? If she disappeared, there isn't anything we can do about that. Nothing we can do? What's with the editor-in-chief's reaction? It's not right. I thought she'd say something like, "Hey, don't scare me like that." Actually, the problematic part is how nonchalant she is that a person disappeared. Your next story will be Mystery of the Courtyard Chapel. The editor-in-chief keeps talking like nothing happened. She's already on to the next thing. Should I say something? Hey, did you know there's a chapel on campus, even though this isn't a mission school? It seems the chapel has been here longer than the school. This is just a rumor, but they say that it's haunted and magic rites are performed there. I'm sending you to investigate. The entrance to the courtyard is on the end of the right side of the first floor hallway. Alright. Oops, wrong way. Okay, before we go into the chapel, I'm gonna look around really quick, see if I can find another cutscene. Not gonna lie, this is killing my throat. Oh, there's Leo. Alright. I hear a familiar voice as I walk down the hallway. It's coming from around the corner. And there you have it. To summarize, about 30% of the participants have overcome the computer's brainwashing. These individuals now remember who they are. They're all Class A Magi. One girl in particular made quick work of the brainwashing. You might say she's a natural, and therefore more adept than magi who have been more sheltered. Unlike those domesticated sheep, she's a wild Moflin? I don't know that word, sorry. Stronger, rarer, and wilder. She couldn't even bear to put on the school uniforms the other sheep mindlessly wear. As novel as that girl's wildness is, wild things end up in cages. Still, keep your distance and your guard up. The voice coming from in front of the supply room is none other than that of a teacher, Kuzuki. Oh, it was Kuzuki's... It was that guy speaking, and I did it all in Leo's voice. He was speaking politely, almost reverently. However, this Rin Tosaka, the Haraways in Asia have voiced some concerns regarding her. She is the daughter of a noble family, which makes her unruly behavior even more unbecoming. The voice that chimes in to join Kuzuki's is none other than the transfer student, Leo's. Unlike in class, his voice held a childlike temerity. It seemed like Kuzuki's words bothered him. She is a failure like the other dropouts, and so, she's below your concern. There's nothing in the world that doesn't concern me, teacher. More importantly, I wonder what a domesticated being like me can learn from her wild bravery. There is nothing, because you are already perfect. Anything you lack is something the world itself lacks. It was a joke. It's been a while since I've been scolded. I think I enjoy it coming from you. In any case, I'll heed your warning about her. So, are there any other important happenings? It's worth noting the assassin sent by those alchemists. I have yet to confirm anything, but no doubt they're lurking about. I don't believe I've ever seen how an alchemist fights. Their charms or their symbols, rather, are quite unusual. We have the opportunity now. Aren't you curious, teacher? Wait until I have checked about this assassin first. Those are the only ones to watch out for. However, there are others with excellent abilities. A handful of others have passed the preliminaries besides Rin Tosaka. I don't see the rush. I think there's much to be learned from observing this school. I'd like to take my time and enjoy, for instance, the beauty of things like the garden. They seem to employ quite the skilled gardener. You should see the garden too, Mr. Kuzuki. No, brother. I will respectfully decline. This ends my report. I know I'm getting a few words wrong. Just let me have it, okay, guys? I see. Too bad. Then, if you need anything else... It'll be best if we have as little contact with each other as we can. It is unusual for a teacher and a student to meet like this. I understand. Be careful. Yes, you too, brother. Following those words, they both disappear, perfectly in sync with each other. I didn't understand what they were saying, but I get the feeling that I shouldn't have been listening. So I've never actually seen that cutscene before. That was pretty neat. Also, this is the shared locker for the classroom's use. It has stationery and supplies buried under a treasure trove of Miss Fujimura's junk. So I learned something new from this. Yay! Yeah, I'm not going in there. Oh, you have something to say? You scared the bejesus out of me! What do you want? Actually, I'm glad you're here. The editor-in-chief asked me to investigate the 7 Wonders, but check this out. One of Tsukumi Hara's Academy's 7 Wonders is a female ghost who wanders the hallway. The ghost of a foreign girl wanders the 3rd floor. If you respond to her, she'll suck out your soul. Now that you know the details, go investigate it for me. Huh? You think I should just walk around the 3rd floor and do it on my own? No way! I really can't handle paranormal stuff. If anyone can take on the case of the wandering ghost on the 3rd floor, it's you! Good luck! You're such a warm, fuzzy person. Oh, excuse me. Once school is over, all traces of humanity disappear. The silence left behind is terrifying. Alone in the midst of this unnerving scene, I suddenly sense a strange presence nearby. It feels like there's someone standing right behind me, staring at the back of my head. It has to be my imagination. I hear no footsteps, no sounds of breathing. I am alone here. And yet the feeling that I am not alone persists. It must be a hallucination of some kind. What should I do? If it's my imagination playing tricks on me, then nothing should be there if I turn around and look. So what should I do? I turn around and, of course, no one is there. Durr! That wasn't who I was expecting. That's what I wanted to say. However, standing there is what appears to be a young girl. The young girl's appearance is definitely at odds with the surrounding campus. With its massive frills and hoop skirt, her dress is right out of the Victorian era. Combined with her porcelain-like skin, she looks just like a child's doll come to life. It's kind of a relief, but the point is, she doesn't seem like she's really alive. The girl doesn't move a muscle. Just like a doll. Just like a corpse. Just like a painting. Like a wraith. Her eyes, so full of sadness, stare fixedly in my direction. Suddenly, her figure begins to melt away. As she slowly fades into nothingness, the last thing to disappear are her eyes. With that, the strange presence I felt fades away. There's nothing to indicate a girl was ever here. She must be the source of all the wandering girl stories floating around the school. Well, that was new! I mean, for me. Again, I'd never seen that before. That's cool shit. Okay, so what happens if we talk to him again? Huh? Wait a second! Don't saddle me with this! I'm no good with occult stuff either! Another one, huh? So I was looking at the garden and caught the eye of a stranger, and then they vanished. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but I've had a splitting headache ever since. What's up with that? Sorry for clearing my throat there. Oh boy. This is murder on my throat, guys! Okay. What happens if we talk to her? Nothing. No, I only wanted to talk once! This episode's clearly gonna be a bit longer. Okay, wrong way. What if I go in here? No? How about if I check here? Okay, nothing interesting. Time for a big cutscene. Yeah, this isn't freaky or anything. Not in the least bit. The man stands like a black stain, tainting the joyful, multicolored flower beds around him. It's the new teacher, Kuzuki. But the man standing in front of me isn't acting like a teacher by any stretch of the imagination. The sick malignancy of overbearing aggression fills the air, and then scattered around him are dead bodies of students. Why did you come here? I'm certain I locked that door. I suppose I'll just test you out. His thin lips hardly moved, but in the next instant, I'm bowled over, as if struck by an invisible force. Chaotic thoughts bury my brain like endless grains of sands. What happened? Can't move my limbs? Seriously, what was that? Kuzuki hasn't moved. No one else is nearby. Who? Why? How? My thoughts whirl. My heart races. I see what you are now. It isn't you, I suppose. His voice was a quiet hiss, but I could hear everything he said. This man with cold, inscrutable eyes raises his palm towards me. When I come to, I'm collapsed in the garden. The garden is silence. There's not even a trace of Kuzuki or of the corpses that had been there. I'm uninjured, though my body aches from laying on the hard ground. The cold sweat that had covered me is gone too. Only the piercing pain in my head remains. Maybe it was just a bad dream. I gulp air in an attempt to stand. The ground seems to move under my feet. I'm delusional. Of course the ground isn't moving. I'll give my report to the editor-in-chief tomorrow and just go home for today. Nope, not quite yet. No, I should probably look around campus a little more. If I want to leave, I should head out through the main gate. Yeah, I'm not going in there, I guess. Any thoughts, dude? Man, my throat's killing me. Oh, another Shinji cutscene. Okay. That's strange, even for here. Oh, it's you again. I don't have time to play like you obviously do. Go play a reporter or whatever it is friendless little geek like you do instead of having a life. You're a real friend, buddy. Okay, anything on any of the other floors? Want to check one last time. I probably missed at least a few things. Oh my god, this episode's going on so long. 2 episodes in and we haven't actually got to the game yet. Super sorry about that. But it's an RPG, so I guess it's partially expected. Okay. Guess that's it for, here. Okay, let's get the hell out of here. Anything over there? Yeah. I know this guy! Hello, young pupil. I shall follow your progress with great interest. Best of luck. Ah! That was my internal screaming, by the way. I know he's just an NPC in this game and not who he is in the Stay Night universe, but maybe I should just go home now. That sounds like a good idea. Also, I'm ending the episode here, so thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you come back for the next one.